Listen to me. Now, if you don't.
Just for reference here, this video was taken post-separation. We were not together. He was living with another woman, but still trying to keep tabs on me about where I was and who I was spending time with.
Cool, I don't care. That's the thing.
Get out of my house.
This is my house, too.
No, it's not your house.
Yeah,
You don't pay rent here. You abandoned it in
No.
August.
Who's on the lease?
Not you.
Yes, I am.
No,
Yes, I am.
no, you're not.
Yeah,
You
go.
haven't paid rent here in
Am I on the lease?
months.
Am I on the lease?
Months.
I ultimately was getting kicked out of my apartment because of his abuse and noise, and was moving myself to a brand new place alone by myself. I did that in the middle of the night so that he wouldn't know where I was living, and he found me the day I moved in. He threatened me and said that he better be living there, otherwise he would hurt me and my children.
You abandoned. None of your shit is here.
Does that matter? I'm on the
Yes,
lease.
100% it
Yeah,
does.
to who?
Check it out.
Who?
Check it out.
Did
Get
you write a
out.
letter for me?
Get out.
No.
3 months later, I moved myself across the country.
I don't want you here.
Cool.
You came in without me telling you to come in.
My key.
It's not your key.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
You
is.
took it right off of the counter.
It's still on the counter. This is my key.
What you see in this video is post-separation abuse, and it's a real thing.
Trust me, it's gonna get much worse for you. The more you take me like that, it's gonna get much worse. Okay.
Get the fuck out.
I will leave here and go to AG Street.
Get the fuck out. I don't want you here. I never told you to come over. In fact, every message, every email said not to come over.
Listen to me. Now, if you don't.
Every single time I tried to leave, this is what he did. I had to be very strategic about how I was going to escape. So the next time you ask a woman, why didn't you just leave? Think about this as just one of the many reasons that they didn't just walk out the door.
Yes, more domestic abuse talk. As I previously stated that I am a victim of domestic abuse and I had to escape this abusive relationship and I ended up homeless, living in a shelter for homeless women who escaped domestic abuse. And living in this shelter, as I noted in previous videos, when I entered the shelter and met these other ladies and started to share stories, I realized that my situation was extremely horrible situation, but it was actually far from the experience that other women in the shelter experience. And it made me wake up. And I had to wake up. And of course, one type of domestic abuse doesn't mean that just because in one domestic abusive relationship I wasn't threatened with a knife or with a gun, doesn't mean that it is less traumatizing than being in the next relationship where I was threatened with a weapon, threatened with a car, chased by a car. So the one, it just because someone didn't really experience that yet in the previous relationship doesn't mean that it is less traumatizing. You have different levels of trauma, and a lot of these women, I have to tell you, these are really kind women from Islamic countries, kind women. And a lot of these women, they come from Syria, they come from Somalia, they come from Afghanistan. They come, you cannot imagine what these people have been through, these ladies. Escaping dangerous war zone to find refuge in the Netherlands. And ended up with the manifestation of domestic abuse because of war trauma by their husbands. These men become violent. These men are so traumatized they become violent. They kill their wives, they kill their children. This is something that a lot of us cannot understand. And of course, I have been threatened by a previous partner. There was attempt murder of my life, but I did not experience war. I just experienced childhood trauma, which is a tiny small of war on its own, but it's just not. It's just a family war. It's just not the same size or devastation that these people experience in the war zone. It's just something I cannot understand. I will never understand. I can understand being with a violent partner. I can understand that having a man threaten my life, try to kill me. I can understand that.